Hello and welcome to Speedfalls Racing. This is Division 2 in Season 18, Round 1, and we're kicking off with the beautiful Spa. I'm Energy Dan, I'll be your commentator tonight, and joining me in the comms box is the one, the only, the myth, the legend, John Mowbray.
Thank you very much, Dan. Nice to be here, mate. Nice to be on the other side, I suppose, other than driving.
I know, less stressful this as well, to be honest with you.
I don't know, it's my first one, this, mate.
I know, yeah, you did good. You did good last night, mate. So, was it P5 last night, mate?
It was, yeah. I'm looking forward to tonight, though, mate. I enjoy watching others.
Obviously, Spa, mate, it's going to be, it could be a wet one. It's renowned for its rain. So,
I was surprised we didn't get rain last night ourselves, to be honest with you, Dan. Glad it wasn't, but, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a pretty simple intro tonight. We don't have any standings to give you because it's obviously round 1. Obviously, everyone who's watching can see on screen who's been put in Division 2, and just looking at the people in Division 2, it looks like a very competitive field. Of course, Keiths and Dylan Vince are reserving tonight. Just see how they fare up against Division 2. But yeah, there's a couple of well-known names here. We've got Surge making his comeback for SFR. I think he was 2 seasons ago champion. Obviously we all know Stanek, Uktash as well making a return. Melnez also returning. Langfell. We've got Preb1. Was Preb1 Division 4 champion?
He was Division 4 last year. He was, I think he finished like 7th or 8th.
Ah, sound. And then Prebelli obviously is the champion from last season. DXT Matt is returning again. Lord Brad the Top G, we know that name. So yeah, lots of familiar names and lots of familiar drivers and returning drivers. So it's going to be a very, very good mix.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Prebble finally in a division that suits him. I think Division 2 is where he should be. He has been for the last 2 seasons. Also, Scanny was a very quick driver last year. Looking forward to see how he gets on as well.
Yeah, and of course, what we found last night was tyre wear is a bit of a bitch, isn't it, on this game?
It is. It's a toss-up between 1-stop and 2-stop, in my opinion. 1-stop has worked for me in pre-season, but last night did work, but also didn't work. So interesting to see what strategies people go with.
Now, you see, this, for me, is... When you look on the strategy screens and it shows that the 2-stop and the 1-stop are marginal, last season, the season before, it wasn't the case. You know, the 2-stop, 1-stop were massively different, but it looks like this game, it looks like the 2-stop and 1-stop are marginal, which is how it should be. You know, can you save that 20 to 25 seconds by not pitting a second time, but also not lose that much delta on worn tyres, or conversely, can you stop twice and use that higher speed to counteract the saving that the other guys doing a 1-stop do. So yeah, it's finally where it should be, in my opinion, which is brilliant.
Well, in my opinion, Imola is definitely a 1-stop. The length of that pit lane, honestly, you can only 1-stop, in my opinion, there. 2-stop is going to kill you.
Yeah. And of course, the soft tyre, it looks like it's been resigned just for a qualifying tyre, because we saw people last night doing 4 laps on them, and after 2 laps, they stopped making ground on the people in front, so...
yeah, I think the 2 run in future, that's going to be difficult to achieve as well. You know, getting competitive runs on your second run after a warm-down lap.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. So yeah, I think people are going to have to start saving tyres, aren't they? I think Mercedes driver first. Millionaires, is it? Nope. We got Langfell. So we'll ride on board with Langfell. He's doing his out lap. And obviously we'll see what he can do on his first lap. But yeah, what are you thinking of the graphics on this game? Do you think there's any difference?
A little bit better, but nothing to write home about, really.
Yeah, I think it looks sharper. And the engine noises are a little bit better, I think.
Yeah, to be honest with you, when you're driving it, you don't really look at the graphics. You're just hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, that is a good point, mate. That is a good point. But yeah. So it looks like it's going to be dry qualifying, which will be, I'm sure Div2 guys will be happy for. It doesn't mean it's going to be dry in the race, though, so we'll have to wait until this session is over.
Do you know, I never even thought about that. We don't know what the weather is, do we?
We don't, mate, no. Unless somebody in Division 2 wants to kind of let us know what the forecast is.
I don't want to know.
I do. But what you could do, Mobs, is actually use the commentator's curse to our advantage and just say, oh, I think it'd be really good for the guys if it was perfectly bone dry for them, and now it's going to be an absolute monsoon.
No, because Cam's a bastard. Pardon my French.
Oh god. So I was watching Langfell now come towards coming through the final sector. He's approaching bus stop chicane. In fact, let's go on board with him while he does bus stop. We'll just see whether he does the pit entry wide line or whether he just goes for the... no, he's just gone for the tight line. There we go. Right. Battery on full deployment. Anyway, down to the source. Pick his braking for the 100 metre board, or just after. Does he cut the corner? Yeah, he does. Straighten up and put the power down. Now that it's absolutely flat all the way to the camel chicane now. Not a single lift. Well, actually, I'll say that. It probably will lift now, no matter look. Nope, not a lift at all. Yep, absolutely planted. We go 209 miles an hour, 210 miles an hour he topped out there. Just feathering the throttle nicely through the camel chicane. And now down to this adverse camber. Right, it's a very tricky corner that, very tricky. Even more so in the wet. Corner with, is that the corner with no name? Yeah, and then just down to this next flight. Downshift on this next one and just absolutely plant the throttle. Let's hope this car in front gets out of his way. And he does, nicely. A little bit of hesitation there on the acceleration as he downshifted down to 4th gear. Just sounded like the rear axle wanted to lock up then, but he caught it well, if that's what was happening. And again, into the forest section, battery on full deployment. Might just knock it down to the mid-level. Yeah, he does. He's knocked it down because he wants a nice big blast as you come out of the bus stop chicane just to get that extra couple of tenths to the line. Picks his braking. Heavy braking out of 3rd gear. Maybe down to 2nd again, maybe. No, it sits in 3rd. And full battery and acceleration all the way to the line. He comes across the line setting the 143.4084 is the one to beat. Oh, Stanek goes quicker, and so does Gags. Well, they're all going quicker. Who's got next? Let's go to the Kick Sauber of Keith's. See what he can do. He's just approaching the bus stop chicane. As Emil's goes quicker with 142.6. Yeah, keeps it at 4th place with 143.4. Not bad at all. Lord Brad, top G, has aborted his lap. Let's go to Melines. He's going to the bus stop chicane now. This could be potentially P3 or even P2. It looks like he was up on his time. Up on the leader's time slightly. 40, no, it's going to be a little bit less. Oh, 2nd, yeah, I'm far off. So just misses it by 3.5 tenths. He misses out on top spot. So let's have a look at Martin. So Martin is just navigating sector 2 now. Martin in the Ferrari this year. Oh, bit of a partial lock up there for Martin on the rear axle. Well, not ideal. Yeah, so Martin looks like he's down by about a second on the leaders. It looks like he'll be coming somewhere around where he is now, 12th, maybe 11th place, unless he can absolutely nail bus stop chicane. And mine goes 7th, yeah, so he made up quite a bit of time in that sector 3 there, so stonking sector 3 from Martin. Let's see, we've got coming DXT Matty. There's aborted. Oh yeah, he invalidated unfortunately. Surge, let's see how Surge is doing. Surge looks like he's going slow actually, I think he's harvesting. So he's probably made a mistake and will probably go again. So still to set laps, Lord Brad the top G, Uktash, Dylan Vince, Matty and Serge all to set laps. Probelli about to... No, he's aborted. Who have we got? Another kick Sauber. So Keith's. Is Keith going for another one? Nope. Lord. There we go. Lord Danny Boy about to set another lap. No, I think he'll abort that. Yeah, he's coming in with an in lap. So far it's a 142.6. Do you think there could be any improvement on that, John?
I think there should be. I think last night's was 143.0, set by Dylan, who's racing tonight. Some very good times there, though. Martin, very good time. Yeah, hopefully, mate. Hopefully. We need some laps from the bottom, though, there.
Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on with Uktash. Yeah, he's on a lap now, actually. He's just finished Sector 1. He's coming through Sector 2. Around, is it called Bruxelles, this one? Is this one Lacoombs? I can never remember the corner names. I'm so shocking at corner names. Let's see if he's the right downshift ones. Yeah, not a bad corner. Drifts out a little bit wider than he probably wanted. It's this corner that I don't like.
Yeah.
So Serge looks like he's got this circuit down quite well. A little bit of a partial lock up. I think that was front left tyre just started to lock up, but he caught it. Let's see what he can do. He's still got quite a bit of battery left to use. Have you noticed if you can do the downshift upshift at high speed to harvest battery of the buffed out of the game now?
Do you know something? I completely forgot about that from last season. I've not tried it yet, but that's something I will look into.
So Uktash is sitting in 14th right now. So we have got Matty and Serge on outlaps. We've got Preb 1 on outlaps. Scanny. Oh, not. Where did Scanny come from? I've just seen his name there. Let's go with Dylan. See what Dylan can do. So Dylan just approached some traffic. Let's hope he don't get caught out here. Yeah, it looks to be a really good lap. This could be somewhere around P4 maybe. Maybe even P3 if he can keep this momentum all the way to the line. So yeah, just picking his brake in for bus stop. Little bit of a lock up on the rear axle, but nothing too drastic. Cuts the corner, gets it straightened up, power down. No battery deployment though. Oh, he's just turned it on now. On he goes, Paul, with a 142.4. Wow.
Well, I'd like to say well done to my teammate, but I don't think he's going to be a teammate much longer. That is, he told me he's been doing them times, and wow, that is something else, mate. Yeah, and don't forget, he uses no assists at all.
Yeah, fair play. So I think that's just cemented his position if there's space in Div 2. So fair play. Right, let's go back to Serge if we can, see if we can catch him doing a lap. Yeah, that is a monumental lap, that 42.4. Wow.
Totally agree with Mr. Doran there in chat. Bye-bye, Dylan.
Yeah, cracking times. I could only dream of times like that. You know, it's a good 2/10 as well at the minute. 2/10 clear. It's just, what we've got to remember as well, for anyone that's lower down in this table that we're looking at, it is brand new game. You know, well, not brand new, but you know, people have only been on it a month or so, still getting to grips with it. It's a relatively new handling model. So people are still getting to grips with it. What we do often see is people getting quicker as the rounds go on in the season. So yeah, just on board with Serge now. He's about to cross the line. It looks like he's up on his time actually. This could be a good time from Serge. A really good time. P3 for Serge. Well done.
Well done. Very good.
Yeah, very good from Serge. Who else we got? So Gags is down on his time. Just on board with OWR Stanik. Stiank. He's just going up on some traffic. Hopefully they don't get... Probably the worst place to get traffic actually through those mid-speed corners. When you pick up that... Going up on some traffic. Hopefully they don't get... Probably the worst place to get mid-speed corners. Don't put me out. I wonder what's going on there. Look at your own voice. So sector 3, near approaching bus stop. Oh, he's running out. He's not doing a full lap here. His battery's not in deploying. Ah, that's strange. Right, Martin is up on his time by 2/10. But he's down. Yes, let's stick on with Martin. Just through the camel chicane. How were you finding this corner last night, John? Just after the Kemmel?
This next sector, I think I spoke to you about it. It's just not for me. This is where my downfall is at Spa. Obviously having to run low wings for the straights and then coming into this. I'm not really a low wing person, so this sector really does my head in, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a tricky section, especially if you're on worn tyres.
I love the tight tracks though, you know, I do enjoy them tight tracks. It's just this track, I just cannot get it. My room 101.
Yeah, everyone's got the favourites or the poor tracks on. I mean, I struggle with China so much. Ever since I've been racing on F1 games, I've struggled with China.
Whereas again, I like that one. I don't know why. I think them first sets of corners there really set out the weak from the good like. So
horses for courses, isn't it, pal?
It is, my mate, it is.
Martin abandons that lap. Keith, let's see what Keith can do then. So he's on an out lap, he's about to start one. What time did Keith do last night? Ish.
Keith, I got a 1:43.7, I think he was about a 1:43.9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's obliterated last night's time.
Yeah, 1:42.4's a massive improvement.
Just have to see what the weather's like. Well, I know he's been practicing in the rain as well. There was a notification came up on the PlayStation before saying he's played the most this week, so...
Really?
Lad's putting the practice in. Yeah, honestly, he's putting the practice in. I think I've told you, he messaged me at 2:47 one morning asking if I wanted a tow.
Living and breathing
dedication.
F1. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. It's good to see though. Yeah. Very good to see. Just going to check the YouTube messages, mate. Evening, Doran's got Doran in the chat.
We've got a few people in for Dylan.
Yeah.
Good to see you all.
So Keith's improved. He's just 4.5 tenths off the pole time now, so that's much better from Keith's.
Yeah, sorry, I missed that. There's a lot of outlaps here now, so
Who's going to be
we shall
first?
see.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who's going to be first. So it's going to be Emil's by the looks of it. Emil's, and if you can't, and then it'll probably be down to Xenon. And who's in the blue? That'll be Red Bull, is it? Red Bull one maybe, no. Anyway, let's go, Emils. If towards the end of these hot laps, mate, if you can try and figure out who the next driver to come across the line would be, I'm going to just go on board with Emils, because I think he'll be the first person to set the next lap, I believe.
Yep.
Where is he?
I shall give it a go.
Cheers, pal. Oh, there he is. Couldn't see for looking then. Emil's looking tidy through that sector 2 so far. Just goes a little bit deep into that right hand corner there, probably scubbed off half a tenth. And he's up by 3/4 of a tenth, or 75 thousandths of a second. So if he can nail this sector 3 and nail bus stop, he could come up a couple of spots here. The thing is, do you want pole round here, John?
I want pole everywhere, to be honest with you, Dan. But
I don't think I'd want. Oh, he has. Yeah, Emil jumps up to 3rd place with just a 1/10 and a half off the pole time. Where's the other one? There goes Zenon. Zenon 12th. Martin's up on his time by 2/10, coming through sector 3. He's going to get a nice cheeky tour.
Prebley's just gone quicker.
Oh, nice. Oh, Lord Donny Boy takes the pole position with 142.3.
Wow.
Martin just missed out there. That is tight. 142.7 for Martin. Cracking lap from Martin there. Really tight at the top, actually. It's literally 3/10 separates the top 6. Wow. So Dylan missing out by 6/100ths of a second. So yeah, very tight. So it's pretty good though. So we've got the top 15 separated by 7.5 tenths, which is really, really good to see. You know, a couple of outliers there. Preb 1, Klaus, Lord, Brad at the top G, and Uktash. I suspect they had trouble setting laps, and that's not their true pace.
Ayo.
So yeah, cracking first qualifying for Div 2. So we've got, just get onto the proper screen, we've got Lord Danny Boy taking the pole position, 142.3. Then it's Dylan Vince, Serge in 3rd place. Well done to Serge, actually. I missed that one. Serge coming through just a 10th off the pole time. Melner's in 4th, Emil's in 5th, Langfell in 6th, Martin 7th, Probelli in 8th, Scanny in 9th. We've got Gags KK in 10th, Keeps in 11th, Stank in 12th, Electrodan 13th, Zenon 14th, Matty in 15th, Preb 1 in 16th, Klaus 17th, Lord Brad the top G in 18th, and then Ut Cash bringing up the rear in 19th. Please be rain, please be rain, please be rain, please be rain.
You're lucky you're not driving this year, you. You can do your own rain dance.
I'm actually dancing as we speak. Ah, sunshine. Damn.
And not a cloud in the sky.
Well, I suppose it's we see the raw pace of the drivers then, don't we? So that's one bonus for it.
Apologies for being quiet there, Dan. This is a lot harder than you think. Now the race is on, at least I know where the drivers are, how to flick through, etc., etc. So apologies, people.
No, it's all right. First time doing it, mate. It's difficult. It's difficult.
I've left all the graph to you, though, haven't I?
It's all right, mate. It's all right. So obviously this is just the lull in the proceedings where the drivers are setting their strategies, tyre pressures, changing front wing if they need to.
What would you start on, Dan?
Mediums.
Yeah, same here. All day long.
Yeah, I would. What I find around tracks like this is obviously sector 1 not too bad, sector 2 okay, but then sector 3 on the hards when they're cold, you just get absolutely swamped. It's probably the first 2 laps you're at considerable danger on the hards of getting swamped by people on the mediums, because you don't have to have that warm-up period with the mediums. You can just lean on them pretty much straight away.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got a warm-up phase, but the hards just, unless you've worked them really hard on the outlap, they're a bit rubbish, especially for the accelerating phases, and of course any tight chicanes, things like that. You just lose so much time, and you have to be really defensive. Some people can make it work. I personally really struggle on the hards in the first 2 laps. I just seem to have no pace at all. When they come into the operating temperatures, they do come alive, but by then I've normally lost 2 or 3 positions. So yeah, start on mediums for me all day long.
Yeah. The hards caught me out last night on the first lap after, straight after Eau Rouge, and them turns there, wow.
Kemmel,
messed that one up big time, yeah. Kemmel straight, that's the one.
Yeah. I forget. I think it's Kemmel straight, Kemmel chicane, Lecombes. I think the old name is Bruxelles, and then corner with no name, and I can't remember the one after that. But yeah, something like that.
That's the one thing I miss here from the old track is the bus stop. I used to love the bus stop. If you're old enough to remember that.
Well, I didn't start watching F1 until 2006, I think it was.
Yeah.
Saying that I can't remember what I had for tea last week, John. Never mind what racing tracks used to have corners and which didn't.
I'm from the 80s. I remember Thierry Boutsen, Riccardo Patrese, a young Martin Brundle.
So have we got any racing on this weekend? Let's have a look.
Hungary.
Is it Hungary? Oh, yes. I like good we're not racing there this season. It's a really good track, that.
I love it. I was noticed yesterday when I saw about Hungary this week, and I'm just absolutely gutted. I love that track.
Yeah,
I should have won it last year, but my impatience cost me.
What happened, John?
I got sandwiched in between 2 cars when I should have given in. I didn't. I carried on. So my teammate, and I think it was Billy G, I took off. I was in touch with air traffic control at one point.
Oh, God. Right, so it shouldn't be too long now, and we should be getting the notification that drivers will start on their formation lap. We get to see a bit of data as to what people have chosen to start their race on. Now, obviously, as discussed in qualifying, we're probably not going to see the soft tyre used. I can't imagine any situation on this track other than late safety car, 4 laps from the end. You're not going to see them. They're just absolutely pish after 2 laps. So most likely...
In comments, we've got Billy G saying go mediums, 1 stop, make the 2 stop mistake last night. Yeah. So again, everyone's echoing 1 stop.
Yeah, I think the 2 stop can work, but you have to be on it with when to stop. So I think like Keith, I think he stopped a little bit too late. He charged back up to, I think, what did he get to 4th or 3rd? And I think if he'd have stopped a lap or 2 earlier, he could have made a bit more ground. But yeah, I think he stopped too late. So yeah, with a 2 stop, I think it is a case of stopping at the right time. But it's a risky take, isn't it? You're offsetting the 1 stop and the 2 stop. Obviously those tyre whisperers among us are going to be a little bit better at the 1 stop because they can nurse those tyres to the end. I probably will favour the 1 stop. I don't tend to suffer with tyre wear that much. There's only certain tracks that I do, things like Jeddah, Texas, places like that. I tend to suffer with tyre wear, but most tracks I tend to be alright.
So my mentor last season and helped me out massively was a chap called The Vicar. and he taught me how to save tyres, which has been a godsend for this game. Obviously, tyre wear's gone up this season, and I can't thank the fella enough for what he did for me.
Ah, fair play, mate, fair play. So, let's get the tyres on. Tyres, there we go, all on mediums apart from 4 drivers. So, Scanny in 9th is on hards. We've also got DXT Matty in 15th on hards, Klauser in 17th on hards, and Uktash at the rear in 19th on hards. Every other driver has decided to start on the mediums. Now, the other thing I will say is, anyone starting on the hards, if you get a safety car, lap 6, somewhere around lap 6, you can then do a double medium to the end. Whereas if you're already on the mediums and you get a safety car lap 6, you've then got to do 16 laps. 16 laps on the hards, which is a big ask. So then that'd also probably force you into a 2-stop.
So I think I got 13 laps out of my hards last night, and they were wrung out by the last lap.
How many laps, sorry, John?
13, I believe it was.
Right, there you go then. So yeah, so if there's a safety car anywhere between now and lap 6, anyone on mediums will not get an advantage. Right, here we go, waiting for the red lights. Let's start from about surge. Let's do surge, yeah. So just on board Melines to get the start. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights. And away we go. It was a slow getaway for the people in first and second, as we just see Dylan getting into the lead at turn 1, round the outside, and he takes the lead. So Dylan away cleanly, and looks like the kick Sauber of Lord Dannyboy getting swamped down at the start there. He's now into 3rd place. BRS Melini's taking up that P2 spot as he approaches Rodillion and onto the Kennel Straight. Have we got any seen anything, John, mid-pack?
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm just adjusting my audio. Dan, give us 1 second, please.
So, of course, DRS is not activated until the end of lap 1. As we just see Lord Dannyboy try to put some more pressure on the back of Melines.
Okay, better.
So we just see Serge has lost out at the start there. He's dropped from 3rd down into 6th place. Didn't see any incidents off the start there, so maybe he just had a poor getaway, but I saw it straight away that Lord Dannyboy had a poor getaway off that line. You could see Melines and Dylan just absolutely screeching away. So just on board with Stiank now. He's trying to chase down Probelli and Keiths. Of course, Keith's stuck behind Scanny, who's on hards.
Yeah, I'm on board with Scanny. I've been watching this lap, doing very well here on them hards first lap.
Gags KK just went down the inside at bus stop chicane on Stiank, and yeah, there came a bit of a contact there. It's not a move that he managed to make stick. And then we just see Stank go down the inside of Scanny, so Scanny's struggling under braking, and it looks like Scanny's actually lost connection. So just on board with Emils, who's in P4, chasing down Lord Dannyboy. So Dylan Vince in P2 chasing down Melines, who's now in the lead. Sorry about missing that. So DXT Matty getting in front of Electro Dan. He's now up into P12 on those hard tyre. Oh, as you see Lord Dannyboy go wide in through the corner of No Name.
Very wide.
Yeah, and that has brought Emils into play now.
Saying that though, he's not lost much time there, Danny. He's still 0.4.
Yeah, luckily enough, it's hard to follow through this section, so. I just noticed as well, Martin has dropped down to the back. I missed that.
Sorry, so did I.
I wonder what happened to Martin then. So BRS Melines, he's actually pulling out a bit of a lead now. He's 8/10 ahead of Dylan, and also sets the fastest lap. Just on board with Langfell. Let's see what Langfell's POV. Just approaching Eau Rouge now. Obviously the DRS is activated, so these guys will get the benefit of the DRS, but also the people in front have got DRS. It's not so much as a helping hand. This might end up being battle of the batteries.
Dylan Vince just keeping in touch there of DRS.
Yeah, I mean, if he's purposely staying that little bit further back, then that is a smart move. Just staying within that DRS zone and not obviously getting that dirty, wakey air, especially through sectors 2 and 3, scrubbing his tyres. The problem you've got with that strategy is obviously Melnes can potentially save some battery and choose a spot to break away. And if he does break that toe, which he just momentarily did, then if he does break that toe, you know, being in clean air around here, once you break that toe, you'll see the delta just drop and drop and drop. It's amazing how quickly you can pull out time once you break that DRS. There's a bit of a gap between Serge and Keefs. You know, 4 seconds now between Serge and Keefs, so that is the breakaway pack. You know, P1 to P6 all still in this pack, and then a sizable gap you can see on the track map there. There's a massive gap all the way back to Keefs, and then from Keefs you don't really have any other gaps. So it's you know, predominantly a 2-pack race now. As we just see Scani getting ahead of Probelli. So this time round, just looking back from Langfell, is a little bit further ahead from Serge. So I don't know if Serge had a bit of moment in sector 3, but he is a little bit further ahead. Still within the DRS though, so he's still got that helping hand. And Langfell making ground on Emils, who's harvesting his battery. So Serge just needs to get a bit of a giddy on just to not lose his DRS.
I think
As Keefs gets past yeah, I've just spotted it there myself, mate. Yeah, so Keefs getting passed by Stiank. It looks like Keefs looks like from his onboard on his steering wheel, he's got a full battery, so maybe he's just taking it easy in his opening laps on the heavier fuel, and then maybe later on, you know, maybe like 6, 7, 8, start to open up. But bear in mind, Keefs did say he was unhappy with his strategy last night, and that he wished he'd done a 1-stop. So he's maybe just taking it a little bit easier, trying not to burn too much of his tyres yet, hoping that it can be a little bit faster than everyone else once they start to pit. So we'll keep an eye on Keefs and see what he can do. Let's go with let's go on board with Gags KK. So we've got Gags, Electrodan and Scani all in a bit of a fight here. In fact, let's go with Electrodan. Electrodan making moves on the back of Scani, breathing in those exhaust fumes. He's getting really close. Is it going to be an overtake before bus stop? He's going to go for it, yeah. He's going to go for an overtake into bus stop. I'd have just waited for the DRS. Although, yeah, that's why. He's got another group chasing him down, so he had to make that move there. But he's 1.8 behind Keith, so he's not going to have DRS down the Kemmel Straight. So again, Electro Dan's going to be wide open. He's going to probably lose 2 positions here. So he's gained 1, but he's probably going to lose 2, I'd say.
Sorry to cut in, Dan. I think one we've missed there is Preb 1's been in the pits. Must have had an incident somewhere. Maybe needed a nose change or something.
Or he's just doing 2-stop, mate. Lap 5, off those mediums, onto hards, and then finish on mediums, maybe.
Minimum 7, mate. Minimum.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely doing 2-stop then.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. I was quite surprised there that Electro Dan didn't get past, so maybe he used quite a bit of his battery. Let's just double check. It seems like he's got a healthy battery store. So yeah, maybe just pace then. Maybe Electrodan's just good on pace. He has brought it down by 0.7 of a second, chasing down Keith's now. And that time's coming down even more and more. Again, Keith does look like he's harvesting though. It's roughly about 80% battery. 70%-ish for Electrodan, which we can see from the screen graphics. Now obviously we don't allow telemetry data displayed on our streams, just to stop those stream sniping, but we are allowed to talk about it because we can see obviously the steering wheel LCD screen, which everyone else can as well. Let's go on board. I don't know if to break away from Electrodan and go to Emil's, who's putting a charge onto Lord Danny Boy. Yeah, yeah, let's go to Emil's. So yeah, Emil's through Eau Rouge, over the top of Redillion, and yeah, we've got Lord Danny Boy harvesting his battery. Emil's pushing on. Is he going to have enough time? It's going to be close. I don't think he's got enough time to get this done before the Camel Chicane. He's not. He's going to have to back out. And he has. He's backed out. I think he needs to harvest some battery there. I think all the lead runners, apart from Melnes, are quite low on battery. So Melnes here just setting the tone. Out in free air. 5 lap hold mediums, as is everyone else, all the way down to Electrodan. All on mediums, 5 lap hold. Lord Brad's just been in the pits as well. He's put some hards on.
Baffles me, that one.
No, if it's a 2-stop, I can see that working. Five laps on the mediums. If he did 10 lap on the hards, that'd take him to lap 16, and then do another medium stint towards the end. I think, yeah, that works for me, mate.
Yeah, well, I say I did 1 stop last night. I never even contemplated anything else, so that's probably why it doesn't compute in my head.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see what these guys do in terms of the pace if they're doing a 2-stop. I mean, you can certainly see a number of people that are taking it easy and saving those tyres. This battle up
somebody just dived in the pits there. We've got Electrodan in the pits.
Yeah, so also quite early, so obviously that'll be a 2-stop.
Possible to get past Keith with the undercut.
Yeah. I mean, what have you got? 15 laps on hards to the end? It's a big ask, don't you think?
Like I said, 13 was about my limit last night. I was really peeling off on that last lap. Yeah, that's just my personal opinion, but 13 is maximum.
Well, I've just noticed as well, mate, Langfell down the straight was doing the downshift, upshifting. So maybe the charging of the batteries thing still works.
Yeah, one for me to wished I'd remembered last night.
So this midfield battle's getting pretty spicy. We've got Gags KK chasing down Probelli.
I think Scanny just overtook Keith there, mate.
Ah, sorry.
No, sorry, my bad.
So we've got a pretty good fight here with Zenon Klauser, Gags, Probelli, all in this fight. I mean, I think it is going to be a battle of batches here. It's going to have to be. Yeah, it looks like
down the top 5 and the top 6 even, they're all still within DRS range. This is some cracking racing, this.
Yeah, Probelli's just got his first Div2 driver to get a corner cut penalty, so he's got 3 seconds now. He's down in P18.
That's Preb 1 done.
Yeah, it's Preb 1, sorry, yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing much deviation between the deltas in the top 6.
No, Dylan just drops out of DRS and then he gets back in. Same with Lord Donny Boy at the minute.
Yeah, so like Serge is hovering around that 7 to 9 tenths behind Langfell. Keith just picked up a penalty, so this is where the penalties are going to start coming thick and fast now. Martin's in the pit. He's put on a set of hards, so he'll be going to the end on them, I believe. It's still 14 laps on hards though. And what did you do? 13?
My original plan was to do what Martin's done. I felt I could take the mediums 1 lap longer, and again, bad decision. So I think Martin's, in my opinion, took the right decision there.
So we're just seeing Emil's bringing that delta down from 9 tenths down to 4 tenths, so maybe he's having a bit of a push now. Looks like Lord Donnyboy has been a bit of a cork in the bottle for him.
Either Mellors has dropped Dylan or Dylan's made a mistake somewhere. He's down to 1.7 now.
Yeah, I mean, this just could be tyre wear playing into it now, mate. But that's, it's 8 tenths. I think it's a mistake, actually, but 8 tenths in 1 lap. Oh, we missed it again. Emil's gets past Lord Donnyboy. Oh, Lad Donnyboy's in the pit. Yeah, I definitely think Dylan's made a mistake, because I'll tell you what, I ain't got wing damage, has he?
That's what I was just thinking. I'm just keeping my eye on Emil's now.
No, he looks good. No, don't look like he's got wing damage.
What a pit activity. We've got Gags in. Preble is in for his stop. All presumably going on to hards.
Zenon was looking down the inside of Klauser, but just thought better of it and pulled back. Zenon's beating, to say Zenon's on 8 lap old mediums is quite racy.
Yeah, I remember Zenon from last season. Very good racer. He has a few spins, like, obviously that's the old joke about it, but very good racer, Zenon.
So obviously for our viewers, I've just put up on screen the gap to leader, just so you can see exactly where the likes of Lord Donnyboy and everyone else behind. So I think it's quite a relatively quick pit stop round here. Is it like 18 seconds or something, or 19 seconds?
Yeah, it's only a short pit stop here.
Yeah.
It's something around that.
No, it must be more actually. 22 maybe? Yeah, I reckon 22 sounds more like it, but it is a short one. Yeah, so you can just see there, the likes of Langfell 20 seconds and 4 tenths behind the leader. I've just seen Emil's is the first one of the leaders to come into the pits. So
yeah,
he's
I'm on board with Emil's.
He's made what's Scanny going to do? Scanny's continued on, saying that he must do. He's on the yards anyway, so he's got to go. Who's going to be the first to blink? I think if Melners doesn't pit, Dylan will.
I think surely they've got to come in this lap.
Yeah, I think we're going to lose too much otherwise.
Yeah, them tyres are going to be screaming, mate, 9 laps. They were for me last night.
What sort of percentage do you think that'll be, John? About 70%?
Myself last night was about 68 on front right.
Yeah, I thought so. Let's put interval back on. Electrodan's just set the fastest lap 146.6. You see, I think Lord Donnyboy now is actually in a really good position.
He's got Emil's behind him on a 1 lap fresher set. Is that going to make the difference?
I think that's Lord Donnyboy's advantage, because obviously his tyres will be warmer now, whereas Emil's is fully warming his tyres up. But Lord Donnyboy and Emil's, I think they're in quite a good position. They're only 19-ish seconds behind the leader, so all the leaders have still got to pit, and it's going to be tight. Of course, the likes of Melners, Dylan, Serge, they've all got to go on the hards and warm them up, whereas these guys are already on the hards and getting them nice and warm. So Dylan's in the pit, following Melners in. Serge is also in the pit, and then you'll see the likes of Scani and Matty go through, and Klauser, and then we'll probably see Zenon dive in the pit. Yep, Zenon's in the pit. So that's it now to the end, unless you are in the front group. So there you go, Lord Donny Boy now takes up 5th position, chasing down Klauser and Matty. But he has got Emil's on his arse though. And Dylan has actually come out not too far behind him. Yep, so where is... So yeah, Milner's is P2. Lord Donny Boy is in a very good position here for a podium position. Very tight though now. Obviously Klauser is being a bit of a cork in the bottle. These guys need to get past and get past quick, because Emil's was going to jump Lord Donny Boy if he don't get a move on soon. It's so frustrating when you get behind someone that's on 10 lap old hards and you try to make a move and you've got people right up your gearbox. I think we might end up seeing a bit of a bus stop dive here, because he needs to get past him. I dare say Emil's is he's just getting past now. Yeah, I can see from Emil's on board. Emil's going to go on the outside. Now for the inside on bus stop. I don't know why he's fighting that on old hards. Oh, I didn't leave him a car's width there. That's a bit naughty.
Tell you what, that was gutsy from Emil's, that.
Yeah, it was, but also Klauser didn't really leave him the car's width and just makes contact with him again now. So next cork in the bottle is DXT Matty. So Lord Danny Boy gets past Matty, but then that leaves Emil stuck in no man's land, getting the pressure from behind. So again, Emil needs to get a move on and get past them. As he goes down the inside, yes, beautiful overtake there. Great overtake from Emil down the inside through. I want to say Brussels, that's the old name. So Langfell is next one up to try and pass Matty. So I think Dylan got caught out there by being 3 seconds behind Melnes when he pitted. It's pushed him all the way down to 9th place. He's now got to fight past Stanek. Klaus is going to pit eventually, but then he's still got to get past Langfell, Emil's, Lord Danny Boy, and then of course Melnes if he wants to win. So yeah, Dylan just leaving it a little bit too late there for his pit stop. He's just made an easy position there on Matty, who's finally pitted after 13 laps on those hards. So 11 laps on those hards.
I believe he also got closer as well then before.
Yeah, so hopefully he can make some time up now. He's on the slightly fresher hard tyres, so he's got 2 laps younger tyres than the 2 drivers in front of him. 1 lap younger than Emil's.
Melnes and Scani, mate. Melnes and Scani, he's just took the lead.
Nice, cheers mate. So Melnes finally back. Yeah, Melnes finally back through into the lead over Scani, but yeah, then again Scani has got to pit, mate. Which I imagine will be at the end of this lap, because 12 lap old hards will be absolutely screaming. So yeah, Dylan chasing down Stianik. Or Stiank. fact, that's a point. Let's just put on stops. Yeah, so Klauser and Scanny still to pit, but obviously everyone so far one stopping. I'm not sure. Do you think everyone's going to the end? I don't think Uktash can make it to the end on those mediums, do you?
No, I've just been looking at him now. I think Matty's going to be a bit of a challenge as well.
Yeah.
Saying that, no, he's just done 13, hasn't he? So no, Matty will make it.
So is it 6, 7, 8 laps on mediums? Yeah, he should just make it. Yeah, Uktash will struggle though, definitely.
They'll be screaming, mate, screaming.
Yeah.
What have we got?
So Stiank coming through Eau Rouge now on the back of Langfell. DRS will be open. Langfell's a sitting duck here because he doesn't have any DRS to fight this. Yeah, no point fighting it at all and losing time yourself. So yeah, let's Stianic go ahead into Camel Chicane. And Stiank 6.5 seconds off the lead now. So we're just seeing now that before we had those round of pit stops, we had 2 breakaway groups, or 2 separate groups. We had the top 6 and then we had a big gaggle of cars separated by about 5 seconds. It's all kind of evened out a bit now. We've no longer got those 2 breakaway groups. We've got basically one big group. Maybe a bit of a gap between Martin and Scanny, but nothing like we saw before the round of pit stop. So obviously going a lap early or leaving it another lap or 2 laps, or something like we saw with Dylan going extra 3 laps, and Melnes can play a big part in what happens to your positioning in the race. Everyone seems to be settled out now. I think we've got Dylan sort of like making a move up towards Langfell. Serge is making some good time actually. He's up in the P7. Let's just put on the where is it? Position changes. I can never remember which one it is. There it is. Position changes, just for everyone to see. So Serge is actually down for, because he started in 3rd place, didn't he? But yeah, Serge has sort of like stayed where he was at the end of lap 1. But yeah, Stiank up 8 positions. Fair play to him.
I think Keith's just retired there.
Was it in the pits? Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just looking now, I've got Serge might be making a move. It's hard to pick who's going to make a move because it just come out of nowhere. When they're saving battery, then all of a sudden they go for an overtake. But I think Serge might be gearing up for one.
Melnes is storming away with this there, 4.2 seconds.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get in clean air and you break the toe, mate, or you break the DRS.
Yeah.
What was, in fact, let's just put the leader on again. So Dylan, before those rounds of pit stops, was 3 and a bit seconds behind Melnes, and he's now 9 seconds. Oh, sorry, yeah, 8.6 seconds. So it just shows you how much effect that has, especially when you've got other drivers. He came out behind a load of drivers that hadn't pitted, which is the problem. Whereas Melnes managed to come out with P3. He came out in behind 2 drivers that needed to pit, so yeah, massive difference those 3.5 seconds made.
Yeah. Electro Dan's pitted again.
Yeah, Dylan and Langfell making a move on Stank, so Stank gets past him. Dylan goes to the right hand side. He's going to be tight at the Camel Chicane though. Yeah, Stank comes back at him as the inside line. Dylan switches back. Is he going to switch back again? Nope. And Serge is having a very close look at this fight. He's going to pick his moment when to go. I think Dylan needs to get past Stiank pretty quickly because Serge does not hang about when he gets a move in his head. Just looking as well, actually, Martin's up at the 10th place now, so he's doing all right.
I'll tell you what, Stiank's cut the lead down to Langfeld quite a lot there. He's within DRS now. I'm sure he was over 2 seconds a couple of laps ago.
Well, I've sort of been tracking this little battle between these four, mainly because Serge has been making time as well. But yeah, Stiank has been defending quite well. Look, Serge is going for it now, I think. Nope, I thought he was going to go for it in bus stop, but he's not. He's pulled it back. But yeah, these four, it could be anyone's really. Got 5 laps remaining. Unless something drastic happens, I think Melniz is going to take the first win of the season for Div 2.
Yeah, we're at 4.6 now. Easing it out. Lord Danny Boys just took a meals.
Yeah, pretty straightforward move down the Kemmel straight there with DRS open. Big gap though back to Langfeld now, 3.9 seconds, only 4 seconds. And he's getting under more and more increasing pressure from these guys behind. I think Langfeld's going to be a bit of a sitting duck on the next round of DRSs because he's got 3 drivers chomping at the bit to get past him, and of course he's going to be in no man's land. I was surprised if he's knocked out a 7th by the end of the next lap.
He's been hanging on for the last few laps, mate. This is nothing different time-wise.
Dylan's just picked up a time penalty, mate. 3 seconds.
As it stands, he'll only lose 1 place. Emils is keeping Lord Danny Boy honest. Seems the commentator's gone missing.
Oh, sorry,
sorry
mate, I was muted. Yeah, yeah, straightforward overtake for Emils there on Lord Danny Boy, who didn't have DRS to defend there. So yeah, straightforward overtake there for Emils. Sorry, John, I was on mute by mistake.
All right, I've been on mute all night, mate. I don't know what's up with me.
I'll tell you what though, Melnez has checked out at the front, mate. He's approaching 5-second lead now.
Well, I said, been a very good drive. A very good drive.
So yeah, 4 laps remaining. Or 4.5 laps technically.
Do we miss Stiank getting past Langfeld? Am I right, or am I wrong with that?
No, you're right. Yeah, Langfeld was in the leader because I remember saying Langfeld was going to get overtaken by the end of this lap, and he has done. But he was in the lead of that group with no DRS, so I think that was a bit of a given. There's no way he could defend against that. But at least now he's got the DRS. It looks like a fair bit of battery as well for Langfeld. Serge also with a bit of battery, and Dylan about half by the looks of it. So you're probably going to see Langfeld probably retake that position now. We can see from the back of Stianik's car that he was harvesting, but he's now deploying again. Surge on the back of it as well. So Langfeld chooses to go around the outside. Yeah. Now, this is the part of the race, if I was in Langfeld's position, I'd really hate, because I'd be trying to work out, you know, I'm in the lead of this pack now, then I'll get overtaken next lap, lead next pack, and I try to work out who's going to have the DRS to take the position back on the last lap. Because if you ever get to this position in a race, you're always wondering who's harvesting the battery, you know, who's deploying, who's got a full battery already. So Lord Brad has just come in and put softs on. So it looks like Preb 1, Lord, the top G, and Electro Dan are the only two stoppers of the race. So let's have a look on board with Stiank. Approaching bus stop. Oh, I tell you what, Stiank's not got much batch though. He's used quite a lot to try and push on the back of Langfell. Oh, and he just goes deep into bus stop. That's not ideal at all for Stiank. And Serge is all over the back of him. Oh no! Serge just got... Either Serge had a spin or Serge got pushed. Oh, unfortunate for Serge there. I think he will have... Yeah, he's going to have to come in for a pit. He's got no wing whatsoever. Ah, I was just about to say Serge is all over the back of him, and the next thing he was spinning. So I think Serge was a little bit too eager on the... Maybe he was a bit too eager on the loud pedal there. So they promoted Probelli up into 7th and Dylan at 6th, Stank at 5th.
I think Preble's on a charge, to be fair. He's closed some time down.
Yeah, he's got 3.3 seconds behind Dylan. Dylan's got 3 seconds. He needs to make up a few tenths to get that next spot. So it's one to watch towards the end. 2.5 laps remaining. Emils has pulled out a little bit of time on Melner's. It's at 4.6, just down from... It was knocking on 5 seconds before.
Yeah, it's about the same each lap.
So Lord Danny Boy, though, is pushing on the back of Emils.
It's a great defensive drive from Langfell.
Yeah, it is actually, mate. Yeah, he's done really well to hold that. Martin getting past Serge there. Obviously, Serge not got a wing, so it's a pretty easy, straightforward overtake for Martin there. Serge in the pit. Serge will probably put a set of softs on.
That's got to be plus 10 places, hasn't he? He was 19th, Martin, not too long ago.
Yeah, because he pitted first, didn't he? He pitted off the hards. Was he on the hards or the mediums? He pitted quite early. I think it was like 4 or 5. Oh, just one for you, John, as well, mate. If you press start and then race director, you can either go for the full list of happenings from the race, or you can select individual people. So, like for Martin, you can select Martin's name and go through his laps. It'll see, it'll show you when he pitted and stuff. Just so you know, mate.
Right.
Just for your information, pal, in case you wanted to see any data. Oh Lord, brother, top G just got a penalty. So Serge finally making it into the pits. He's put a set of mediums on, so Lord Danny Boy is running out of time. I think he might just sit behind Emils and do this overtake on the last lap. So obviously they're coming to the end of lap 21 now, so which means when they cross the line it will be the last lap. I imagine that is when Lord Danny Boy is going to make his move. Unless Emils can break that 1 second, which I don't think he can, because he's now... Lord Danny Boy is picking up the slipstream. So we are now approaching the source. Nice smooth entry for Lord Danny Boy. Nice quick getaway. Puts the loud pedal down to the floor. I imagine he will save quite a bit of his battery for the Camel Straight. I imagine both these drivers are deploying everything they've got now. But Lord Danny Boy will have DRS. Flap will open. It looks like he's running out of time. Will he get there? He's going to have to be a late move. Straight down the inside. Yep, he's going to be late. Oh, that was very, very tight.
Tough but fair racing.
Yeah, I think so too, mate. Yeah, I think so too. As Emil's just goes a little bit deep there. Obviously, both of these drivers on quite old tyres. So, I think the next chance for Lord Danny Boy is coming down the Twisty Forest section in Sector 3.
We've got somebody stopped on track. Sector 3.
It looks like
they're moving now by the looks of it, yeah. Moving now.
So we'll have to cut to Melners coming across the line soon. And try to keep a close eye on this Lord Danny Boy, because he's going to go for the overtake into the bus stop. But has he got enough battery? And did Emil's? Anyway, we are on board with Melners through the bus stop, and he will come across the line to take the first win of the season for Division 2. Emil's in P2, Lord Danny Boy in P3, and Langfell in P4. Dylan will cross in P5, but will get dropped down. Stank takes P5, Dylan's P6, Probelli P7, Scanny in P8, Gags might drop down. Yep, Scanny P8, Martin P9, Zen on P10, Matty drops all the way down to P11. No, sorry, Gags drops down all the way to P12. Then it's Electrodan 13, Klauser 14, Sergi in 15th, Lord Bradder Top G in 16th, and Preb1 in 17th. Of course, Upcash and Keefs are only DNFs of the race. Serge gets the fastest lap on the last lap, 1:45.266. Right, very good race there. Interesting strategies. Definitely one stop was the way to go there. I think you're right, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to do interviews tonight, John, because I need to save this free trial I've got in case I need to do comms Monday or Tuesday next week. But yeah, wow. Nice dry race for Div 2 drivers to kick off the season.
Yeah, tracking race. Really enjoyed that one. Sorry if I was quiet, but I was like a rabbit in the headlights halfway through that.
It's all right, mate. Yeah, we'll see if we can do it again next week if you want, mate, and then get some practice in.
Yeah, will do. I'll see if Burmeister will let me tinker around his, his season tests that he runs.
Yeah, sound. Right, well, I'll just wait for the finishing screen to come on. Oh, there you go. Here's some new graphics for you. The race winner is obviously Melners. Surge fastest lap. Driver of the day was Stank. I'd agree with that. What about you, John?
Yeah, I can't go wrong with that. Obviously, Melners won, but yeah, Stank, some good moves.
Yeah, and he got cleanest driver as well. It's a fair player. So there you go, guys. That is all your finishes from top to bottom. I'll capture that for the admins. Right, there you go. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you ever so much, everyone who's joined in to watch us, or if you're watching this back. Hope you enjoyed it, and join us tomorrow for Div 1, kicking off at 7:30 for their first race of season 18 around Spa. John, it's been a pleasure, mate. Thank you ever so much, mate.
Thanks for having me.
No problem at all, mate. See you, everyone. Catch you next week.
Ta-ra. Bye-bye.